Christina says, I'm 40 years old and my husband is 64. Unfortunately, he does not have much of retirement or any sort of investment habit at all. He has a 401k sitting in a target date fund and a pension from a company that he spent a handful of years as a W-2 employee with. There's about $113,000 in the 401k and $40,000 in the pension. In order to garner some passive income right now with his money, I was thinking of doing the following: rolling over his 401k to a traditional IRA and then park all of it into SPYI in order to take advantage of the monthly tax-efficient income. And then 2, when he turns 65 years old next year in October, we will take the lump sum for the pension and then add the funds to the traditional IRA with the same plan with SPYI. Do you think that this is a good strategy for us to go into retirement with, considering how little money we actually have saved? Oof, okay, I'll kick this one off. Really great question, Christina. Appreciate you asking it here. So what I'm hearing, though, is your husband has this, let's call it $150,000 saved up throughout his life over the last 64 years. And he's trying to figure out, how do I retire off this money? At the moment, there's Social Security, which your husband should be able to cash in on at 65. And then now, 2, you have sort of this $150,000 that you want to invest in a monthly tax efficient, income way with SPYI. So between those two, let's call it 3, maybe $3,500 per month that your husband will be able to generate in retirement. Now, you're 40 years old. So I'm not saying that your husband needs to only depend on this $3,500. I'm sure he probably could, depending on the situation with the mortgage and the high interest debt, car loans, things like that, right? If he is debt free with $3,500 a month, he could probably scrape by in retirement. But you are also, I'm sure, working outside the home. You are earning an income, and I think that too could sort of supplement some of this lifestyle. Now, here's my perspective. 1, if you can support the household income, I think that's a wonderful idea. But 2, do not do it at the expense of also investing in your own retirement accounts. I would imagine you've already begun the 401k, the Roth IRA, maybe the HSA, maybe these other investment vehicles that'll be around for 20, 30, 40 years as you now work through retirement. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is it's a wonderful idea to supplement the lifestyle of the household. Obviously, if he wants to retire and he has a little bit of money to do so, that's cool. And you can, aid in that endeavor, but don't aid so much that it takes away from your own investing in your own accounts, right? Think about 15% of your take-home pay should be going to these retirement accounts on a monthly basis. And then the second thing I want to call out is maybe this isn't the sit by the beach and play golf all day or, watch sports until your brain rots type retirement, right? Maybe your husband has, that encore career where maybe he's not doing the 9 to 5, but maybe 3 days a week he goes in for a part-time job he really, really loves. Or maybe twice a week he, goes and mentors people that whatever, right? But can earn an extra $1,000, $2,000 a month to supplement sort of his lifestyle here into retirement. It's not one of those just, I'm retired now, I'm 65, I'm going to do nothing for the next 30 years.
I love this take, and I'm going to go a little bit on the other side of this without getting too long-winded. So with his age and entering into that retirement age, and in you knowing where you're at right now, income's low, he doesn't have a ton of money set aside for retirement, but you still have a long work life ahead of you, I would reverse engineer this. You know what he has. You know what you're making, and you have a good idea right now of what it's going to take for you guys to continue your lifestyle the way it is now into retirement, if that's in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years for you. And then I would look at that and say, okay, we need X amount per month to retire. How do we get to that number? Using the 4% rule, because you're in a situation because of the age gap. You also have to think ahead because of that 25-year difference that you need to make sure you're okay in retirement if he didn't set you both up for retirement. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm in an age gap relationship and I need to make sure that she is taken care of. So just think of it that way and look for the future of your retirement collectively so you can understand, how can I get to the number I need to make sure that I'm okay if the money he has set aside is not enough. That's what I would do. Start figuring it out. Read up on the Trinity rule and really study the 4% rule so you understand what this means. And that'll help you get it figured out so you know what number you need for retirement for your age, not his.
100%. That is a great take, and wishing you the best of luck, Christina.